quote that says that the definition of modern art is, I could have done that. Yeah, but you didn't.
Right.
Like anyone who just randomly does it, you're the artist.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. We've got a brand new Redneck News coming up here in just a moment, but I wanted to start. Now, Greg's an artist all of a sudden.
Oh yeah. He's like,
I have a massive painting resume.
yeah, he's like Da Vinci.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And so it's a get the F out of here from the art world.
Get the out of here.
So do you remember when that, we'll call it artwork, it was the banana duct tape to the wall?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well,
You and I are the biggest fans of it.
another version just sold for $6.2 million.
My God.
The auctioneer described the work as iconic and disruptive. The guy who just sold it at this auction, he had bought it back in 2019 for $120,000.
Oh my God.
Just sold it for $6.2 million.
Damn.
That's a pretty
Quite
good
a little-
investment.
yeah.
Sound investment.
Which is 6.1999999 million too much.
So here's the thing. It's one of the artwork's 3 editions.
Oh.
Prior to the sale, Sotheby's confirmed that neither the tape nor the banana are the originals. In auction, spokesperson says that the piece is conceptual artwork and that the actual physical materials are replaced with every installation, meaning the guy who just spent $6.2 million
Obscene.
is being given a roll of duct tape and 1 banana, as well as official instructions for installing the work.
Installing.
Wow.
Yeah, so you can just literally go to your grocery store, buy a banana,
Right.
go to Home Depot, buy a roll of duct tape, and pay $6.2 million for it.
Like
Yeah.
you had to be somewhat intelligent to become a multimillionaire.
Right.
Yeah.
You would
And then
think.
you're become the stupidest person ever born.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
think this is a front for something? Like, actually, he gave him drugs, but to make it all legit, it's, I'm buying this
it's
art from you
laundering.
for 6.2. Yeah, it
It's-
sounds like
or-
laundering.
but it's
This is like
Sotheby's.
an NFT. This is like a
Right.
non-fungible token.
Well,
like I bought the idea of a banana and a roll of tape.
Is it true what they say about what's his name, Pollock? That it was all a CIA thing to drive people crazy. To say that
Sprinkled
from
paint.
that they actually made him popular to make the art world crazy.
I haven't heard that theory.
I've
But
not
I,
heard
look
that.
it up.
but I
It's
did watch a
insane.
movie about him where he was so desperate to become a thing and a painter that he tried so many different styles, and one day just basically he was a mega alcoholic. Took his canvases and his paints and just said, screw it, and kind of like did the whole paintbrush splatter
Spatter,
thing.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
that's the thing that actually put him on the map because it was so different.
Google
but I don't know about the CIA
the
thing.
CIA thing,
I will.
where they just like, you know what, we're gonna make this guy popular.
But how would they do it?
It was something against Russia or something like that. Well,
Yeah.
they started buying his paintings for a ridiculous amount of money, allegedly, to make him popular.
Fascinating.
okay.
I got to look into that.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
interesting.
I just don't know why you would go, yeah, $6.2 million.
Right.
For the idea of a banana.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. Woody, I know you're not an art gallery person, but if you ever go to a gallery that has, let's call them classic paintings, and then they have a modern art version, like a modern art wing, I should say, it's maddening because people will talk about it as if it's legit. And my favorite example is a bar stool with a can of paint sitting on top, and that's a sculpture.
Well, we
Really?
had a story
So
recently.
stupid.
It was somewhere overseas, but it was an art gallery, and somebody had this. It was a piece of art. It wasn't an actual beer can, but it looked like a crushed beer can,
Right.
Yeah.
sitting on top of a glass elevator. And the
Yes.
janitor guy picked it up and threw it away, thinking,
As he should.
right, because
Yeah.
he's
That's his
insane.
job.
yeah. And they're like,
Oh my God.
Yeah, this is not the Dutch masters.
Yeah.
It's a can.
Well, you know, I went to the Louvre in France, and even the old paintings, though, like I'm like, oh, I could have done that, like because like they're so bad of
Yeah.
the people, and I was just thinking, not a lot of people painted back then. Like not a lot of people had access to paintbrushes and all this, and the canvases and everything, and then they're like, oh, I could have did this, and then they've celebrated it, you know.
Right.
But some of it is so good.
So good. Like
So
a
good.
photograph.
404, Woody is such a retard. The art is worth so much because morons like him are raging against it. I'm not raging against it. I just don't get it.
No, because we're
It's
only
not rage. I don't think that you should pay $6.2 million for a roll of duct tape
Yeah.
and a banana.
Yeah, I think that's a bad take. I think it goes back. I think
It's
it goes
not
back
rage.
to what I was saying on the conspiracy theory about Pollock with the CIA, where the CIA made him popular because they're willing to pay so much money. So
Like-
it's popular because somebody was willing to pay 6 point whatever million for this duct tape and the banana.
Right.
That's why it's popular, not because Woody's raging against.
Well, and we're
what-
raging
that.
against it after the fact. So how would that drive up the cost?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any
True.
sense.
And don't
Yeah.
and just don't get it.
Right, and you're
Right.
analyzing. It's not.
Yeah. I'm the
rage.
moron for not getting,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
as
think
opposed to
Bad
the
take.
person who pays $6.2 million for
yeah,
a brand new roll of duct tape and a banana.
I would venture to guess the majority of planet Earth would agree that that's
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah, and so when they argue for things like art this, art that, I understand. I'll teach some kids some music and
Yeah, some
you know,
classic-
some basic like painting or
Yeah.
drawing kind of technique or whatever.
Light and contour.
And then when you start getting crazy,
Right.
over the top, and then yeah.
Uh-huh.
And when
I
you-
always-
that's when that's when you lose me.
I saw a quote that says that the definition of modern art is, I could have done that. Yeah, but you didn't.
Right.
Like anyone who just randomly does it, you're the artist.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. All right, got a brand new redneck news.
The Woody Show. If you ever got dressed up to go to dinner at a buffet, that's some bitchin' redneck news.
Apologize for all the throat clearing. It was fine off the air. And as soon as we get on the air,
You're just having a day.
come back from a break, and it's like,
Always happens.
all right.
What does it do? Sound like
Your
Gina
mom?
scratching her
wait,
throat.
okay.
Oh yeah.
Kidding.
I was gonna say.
Oh yeah, kind of like Gina with the. She still does these dumb noises. Do it again. Go ahead.
I've been very good lately.
Yeah. So,
I really only do it when I'm sneezing.
Okay. Well, today's redneck news: this 39-year-old loser in Iowa who's facing multiple charges after he strangled a woman with an American flag.
What?
Oh yeah.
Now that's America. According to the cops, he showed up at her house and wanted to argue about some prior dispute. Not sure exactly what that was all about, but he wasn't getting the result that he wanted, so he started destroying some property, and then he grabbed an American flag from a nearby home, twirled it into a rope, and then started choking the crap out of the woman with it.
My God.
I mean, she lived. She's okay. Cops were called. This douchebag is arrested and hauled off to jail.
Well, he
No.
needed a strangling implement, and that
Yeah.
was the closest thing.
And also, he defaced the flag.
True.
That's another
As long as it didn't hit
charge.
the ground, I guess.
That's true.
You know. That's from Iowa, 39-year-old loser who strangled a woman with an American flag. And that is today's Redneck.